Now at 6 o'clock, tears in court. We'll hear from the doctors who evaluated Lindsay Clancy's kids after they died.
It's debate day on NBC 10. The Republican candidates for governor in Rhode Island just wrapped up. We'll bring you the highlights.
Plus, a preview of the debate between the candidates on the Democratic ticket. The debate slated to start live at 7 o'clock. It's a busy news day, and we've got you covered now at 6.
NBC 10 News at 6 starts right now.
Well, it is debate day here on NBC 10, but it is another political story that we're starting the news off at 6 o'clock tonight. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Patrice Wood.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Dan Janik. Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee announcing his pick to fill the empty seat on the state Supreme Court. The man who didn't get the gig making headlines as well. We have Team 10 coverage of the pick and tonight's gubernatorial debates. Moderator Gene Valicenti, political reporter Brian Crandall, and Maddie Heimsch. And I want to get this while you all have your earpieces on. Luis Matoush.
Yeah, okay. Look, it's going to take some time to get this right. I heard him say Matosh, or Matos, the SH at the end of the pronunciation. He's a Portuguese immigrant, by the way, so he's going to go with the full Portuguese. It's not Matos, we know that. It's not Matos, it's Matos, I believe. But we've got some time to get to know him. Dan, thanks. NBC 10's Maddie Heimsch was at the announcement made by the governor today. Maddie, he surprised us. No Shikarchi. That news was dripping out. And no Lorene D'Ambra. It was Judge Matos.
And Gene, like you're saying, Matoush was the pick, but Shikarchi, kind of the name of the hour. Almost every reporter in the room asked a question to the governor about why he passed over Shikarchi for the seat. And he kind of stepped over the question. There were questions, was it because of the ethics complaints? Was it because you were afraid it would hurt you politically? He really just kept coming back to that. He thought Matoush was the most qualified for the job. Here's what he had to say.
I think it's in the public interest to know where the governor stands on this decision, whether they agree with it or they don't agree with it. But I can tell you, we went through the process. We didn't take any shortcuts. And we interviewed all the candidates in a way where they put their best foot forward. And at the end of the process, Judge Matos is clearly the individual that I believe is best suited.
All right, Governor McKee. Wrapping it up there. He was asked about Lorene D'Ambra and whether she was disqualified because she's really strongly pro-life and whether that was a litmus test. More on all that coming up. In the meantime, Brian Crandall, the other half of the story is no Joe Shikarchi. What happened?
Well, and that's what we've been following now for 3 months since he stepped down as House Speaker, specifically to seek this nomination, which he didn't get. And, you know, there could be a couple things at play here. One, does Governor McKee, ahead of a tough election, just not want to have to answer questions about does a big political figure like Joe Shikarchi, the former House Speaker, get an advantage in applying for this position? So he doesn't want to, have to deal with this by nominating somebody else. And not to take anything away from Judge Matos's credentials. He's a 14-year Superior Court judge, a former federal prosecutor before that. But the attention was on Shikarchi because of the position he held. But as Maddie mentioned, there was an ethics complaint. Shikarchi fought it in court. That's still not resolved yet because the Ethics Commission is going to appeal it. So I think the governor probably didn't want to have to deal with that headache. And was he a little put off by, earlier this year and last year, Speaker Shikarchi toying with a run for governor himself, leaving the governor to wonder what's happening. So no Shikarchi, that kind of takes part of the story away.
Right. All right, let's move on to why we're at Providence Performing Arts Center. We just did the Republican debate, Elaine Polino and Aaron Gukian. That was at 4 o'clock. You'll see it again on Labor Day. All right, quickly, you were watching it all. Little fireworks between the two of them. Got a little testy.
Yeah, members of the same political party, but they really went head-to-head about a couple issues, about the bridge, about Trump, about one another's work history. Neither of these candidates have held political office. Gukian has some business experience, and Polino, a former actress and entertainer. But the debate gave us a pretty good insight into their takes on the issues. And one of the ones you asked about, Gene, homelessness. So Gukian presented the idea of a veterans village. Polino, on the other hand, said the state needs inpatient facilities to address mental illness and drug use. She also said she'd cooperate with ICE to address the issue.
What I think is we could have is a veterans village. We could have modular homes because of the $76 billion procurement that's going down an electric boat. Modular homes, pallet structures, wraparound services to support veterans and National Guard that need to work. And I think we could do that with labor. I think we could do that with teachers and possibly nurses.
I would have sanctuary state status ended. Even though we're not officially a sanctuary state, President Trump has deemed us one. So I would do an executive order to have that done. Then I do another executive order to have the state police work with ICE to remove as many as possible, especially the criminal ones. And then that would free housing.
And Gene, you asked both candidates how they'd handle health care, housing, a recent issue, flock cameras. We'll break down their full answers tonight at 11.
They got into it with each other over their resumes. She suggested that Aaron was really just an advance man for the governor. Show up at an event. You did really nothing more than that. He bristled at that, and then he questioned whether or not she was really the chief of staff at Cantor Fitzgerald, a big financial firm. She stumbled a little bit on that. I'm not sure if she was sort of saying, well, I acted like a chief of staff. I asked her, what was on your business card? She didn't really recall. All right, let's go to tonight's main event. As they say, 7 o'clock, the Democrats are coming in. Helena Foulkes and Governor McKee, what do you expect?
Well, I'm interested to see how many fireworks there are between the two of them. This is their first TV debate, Gene. They did debate on the radio on WPRO last week. One of the highlights was that where Helena Foulkes accused Governor McKee of bringing in his high school buddies to run the state. The governor got put off by that. Helena Foulkes told him to settle down. So we'll see if there's any of that. Again, this is a rematch from 4 years ago between the two, except back then we had 3 other candidates on the stage as well. And it was some of those other candidates that were attacking McKee and Foulkes, but some of the issues we expect to hear again. McKee's made a big issue of Helena Foulkes on opioids while she was running CVS. So that's going to come up, and he's made that a main issue, is he's trying to get himself up in the polls from trailing, and Foulkes is going to make an issue of the bridge, as we anticipate.
She's going to hang the bridge around his neck, and he's going to suggest that she's the opioid queen. And after that, there's a bunch of other things that they can disagree on.
And I don't think it's a coincidence that the announcement on the Supreme Court pick was made today before the debate, so you don't ask, oh, did you just give it to Joe Shekarchi? But instead the question is going to be more like, well, did you avoid him? Because you didn't want any perception of insider politics.
Before we go back to the studio, is this a moot issue because the legislature may not come back in time to consider Judge Matos's nomination? What are you hearing?
Well, there's so much to get into in the weeds on this. There's a 60-day period that the legislature has to take action on a governor's pick for any court, but I'm told that clock does not start until the governor submits a letter. The legislative leaders said they don't want to take it up until after the election, November 3rd. So could that be after the new year? There could be a new governor, a new legislature. A lot to get into the weeds on there.
Stay tuned. Back to you. We'll see you at 7 o'clock for the big debate on the Democrat side. Back to you guys.
Okay, thanks to everybody out there. And you can find all of our political coverage on our website, turnto10.com, and we'll also post updates to our social media. Just search NBC 10 WJAR.
Now at 6, a full day of testimony for jurors in Lindsay Clancy's murder trial that ended with emotional display from Lindsay herself.
Yeah, she cried, even sobbed, and they had to pause things for a while. We want to let you know that this testimony is disturbing. NBC 10's Nicole Mader has the latest from court.
It was almost hard to pay attention to the testimony regarding the children's deaths because Lindsay was crying so hard through all of it. Jurors saw autopsy photos of the 2 older children, and the judge had to call multiple recesses to give Lindsay a chance to compose herself. The first time jurors heard Lindsay Clancy's voice.
Injuries.
All right, counsel could.
Was when she cried in open court during testimony from the medical examiner. Some jurors cried seeing autopsy photos of Cora and Dawson and heard from the doctors who evaluated them after they died.
What do you mean by accelerate the time to loss of consciousness?
It's obvious what she means.
After hearing about her baby, defense attorney Kevin Reddington hugged Lindsay into his side as she sobbed into her hands, rubbing her back as the judge announced a short recess. In the morning, jurors heard about a theory.
And he, as the lead investigator, told you in a conversation, or perhaps more than one, that the government theory is that Dr. Zeisel told Lindsay to say to her husband that she heard voices, right?
Objection.
Did you talk to McGilligan about the theory that Dr. Zeisel is the reason that she told her husband that she heard voices?
Yes.
It appears Reddington wants to get ahead of the argument the Commonwealth might make.
You weren't eavesdropping or trying to hear anything, were you?
No.
There's no investigator basis for that. That's McElligot's speculation. Is that correct?
Correct.
There were also people in the gallery who were emotional after the testimony about the children's deaths. Many of them walked out for recesses, choked up or teary. Court resumes at 9 a.m. tomorrow. In Plymouth, I'm Nicole Mader.
And as the trial continues, join Nicole for daily debriefs available on the NBC 10 WJAR YouTube channel.
And you can watch the trial live as it happens each day on turn10.com. Next at 6, some good news. Opening day for the Washington County Fair. We love it. The special events visitors can expect in its 60th year.
Plus, commonplace, uncommon offerings. How the Smithfield YMCA is helping people find their peace.
And then coming up in sports, a new home base for the New England Patriots, and we're getting an inside look. Mark Searle's going to have a great one.
Yeah, great outside weather today. Tomorrow, a little bit of a different story. We're tracking some showers, some storms just to our northwest. It's in the forecast for later tonight. The timing and how long this may stick around in the forecast coming up.
Community Treasures, sponsored by Navigant Credit Union and Belize Auto.
Every week, I feature a volunteer or nonprofit organization doing extraordinary work for our community. And it's our viewers like you who nominate them for a community treasure. This one is especially intriguing, a common place with uncommon offerings. Where is this picture of tranquility? With crystal singing bowls and candles, some ritzy spa on a tropical island? No, this is right in our backyard. At the Smithfield YMCA, members are experiencing a new wave of wellness with the floating sound bath, relaxing on specialized water mats. What do people say afterwards?
Oh, they were saying they felt yoga drunk and very zen.
Shauna Lewis is the Smithfield Y Chief Executive Officer, focusing on every aspect of members' wellness, physical and mental.
There's so many people that say this place has saved them. They were in a dark place mentally, or something tragic happened in a family, and the Y has been there for them.
Of course, they have the usual camp and swimming lessons, but they also have knitting, anything to uplift the community. There's a fully stocked food pantry, financial assistance, and advice. And the kids are here for the fun.
I'm doing this triathlon, and it's called Race for Chase. They train us so well, and we always go in the pool and swim afterwards. I love the camp, and I love playing on the playground and the pool.
They really bring out the best in your abilities that you don't even know are there.
Rhonda DeGilio says for her, it all started when she brought her nephew here for swimming lessons. He's blind.
The aquatic instructor was absolutely amazing, and he was so thrilled.
And that put Rhonda on a health journey, working out and losing 100 pounds. And now she's a Y volunteer, encouraging others.
It'll get easier, and just keep coming, keep trying, keep doing it.
Then reward yourself with a visit to the floating sound bath. Dan wants to go. All right, the Smithfield Y was nominated by one of its members, Linda Goosey, who says that because of the Y, she's healthier and has lasting friendships. Go to turn10.com and we'll link you to the site, which has all kinds of activities. And while you're on turn10.com, nominate a volunteer or nonprofit in your community making a difference. Fill out the short nomination form for Community Treasures. You'll find the link embedded in the Community Treasure stories.
Get me in that pool with
that'd be
those
fun.
chimes. Oh, my goodness.
The floating sound bath.
I love it. All right, the 60th annual Washington County Fair kicked off this morning. Always a great time. Our crews were there today to capture the sights and sounds in beautiful Richmond. Fairgoers can expect to see the usual carnival games, live music, entertainment, and agricultural displays, plus some new features like tonight's free line dancing lesson. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
The fair runs through Sunday night. Tickets are $14 for adults. Children under 10 get in free. That's a deal. And of course, we're going to have a nice stretch of weather to enjoy that.
Yeah, Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Mark Searles joins us now. Yeah. This is fair weather, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, a little bit of a break from the humidity, too, on day one of the fair, so that's good stuff. Low 80s along our coastline for highs today. Most of us in the lower to mid 80s. 83 the average, 100 the record high, 50 the record low. sunset time tonight at 7:50 p.m. Hey, speaking of the sun, did you catch the partial solar eclipse? Several of our NBC 10 viewers did. Mark chiming in from North Attleboro, 15% of the moon taking a little nibble out of the sun there between 1:45 and 2 o'clock this afternoon, the height of it. Jessica chimed this in from Cranston as well. You needed your special eclipse glasses to look at it. Certainly, Jessica said she took those eclipse glasses, put it right over her phone lens, and snapped that awesome photo. So remember that. Keep that in mind for the next one. It's going to be a while, though, before we get another opportunity like this. Pollen count, yeah, the ragweed and the grass combining to keep it in the moderate to high category the next couple of days. I have it forecast to be a little bit lower tomorrow because there may be some showers and storms around in the early morning. Wildfire smoke up there in the atmosphere tonight. Primacare here in Fall River, our People's Credit Union Skycam. And we're in the 80s, low 80s, upper 70s for temperatures right now. The next 12 hours will fall maybe about 10 degrees on average into the upper 60s with the chance for a shower and a storm around 2 to 3 a.m. lasting through about 7 to 8 o'clock in the morning. So it'll be a pretty active morning, I think, for our meteorologist. Christina Ernie, of course, here on NBC 10, and Julia Blanchette over on our sister station, Coastal ABC. They'll be tracking the progression of these showers and storms from the northwest. The forecast shows that getting in here just after midnight, showers and storms peaking at around 4, 5, 6 in the morning, the majority of which may be ending for the morning commute, but a few more additional showers and storms could pop off in the afternoon as a cold front works in from the northwest. High temperatures back in the lower to middle 80s for inland spots, closer to 80 at the coastline. Again, the highest chance of showers and storms in the morning. But here we are at 4 p.m., and that front still pressing in from the northwest could squeeze out a widely scattered shower or storm. Drier air will build in for us here on Friday. Lots of sunshine blending with patchy clouds Friday afternoon. High temperatures back around 80, maybe a few degrees higher than that with a nice dry northwest breeze. So the humidity drops off for Friday and Saturday. Here you can see on the Saturday forecast that high just nosing in from up north, and our sky looks real nice here with a good deal of clear sky right through Saturday. I think by Sunday you'll start to notice the muggies coming back just a little bit for us, and maybe Sunday night we have the chance for some showers. So some lingering showers at the beach. Not all is lost tomorrow. I think you're going to sneak in a pretty decent beach day, say around 10 or 11 a.m. once those clouds clear out. Got a high tide at 8:39 a.m. and a low tide just past 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Boy, Friday and Saturday look like great beach days. Most of Sunday probably a good beach day as well. Going to work on the timing of those showers, which right now, 4 days out, looks to be near sunset or just after that in the evening. Monday morning, some rain showers. Looks drier after that. I think most of next week, at least through Thursday, stays rain-free as well. That's your latest forecast.
Now to the Chevrolet Sports Report with Frank Carpano, sponsored by your local Chevy dealers.
A walkthrough for the Patriots today on the eve of their first preseason game against the Colts. There was also a walkthrough for us through the team's new development center. Sports Team 10's Zach Letzen has more from the impressive new building right next door to Gillette Stadium.
If you've come to Patriots training camp, chances are you've seen this new state-of-the-art facility behind me. Today, the Pats making it official. The ribbon cutting for the New Balance Athletic Center, 160,000 square feet and an investment of $95 million. There's no business side to this building, only a football side. A locker room, weight room, pools, draft room, a virtual reality field for player walkthroughs, positional meeting rooms, among other resources for coaches, players, and staff in this 3-story building. With the momentum of an AFC championship last season, the Patriots hoping that this is the final push needed to get to the finish line and a 7th Lombardi trophy.
When our family purchased the Patriots in '94, we made a commitment to all our fans to do everything we could to build a first-class organization and give the team the right resources to compete at the highest level. At 160,000 square feet, the New Balance Athletic Center is the only facility in the NFL with that amount of space dedicated solely to football.
There's not a better place to train and to teach and prepare our players. We spend more time here than we do at our own families, our own homes, and we're proud to call this home.
And just over 24 hours from now, the Patriots will leave this practice facility and head on next door. Kickoff for week 1 of the preseason between the Pats and Colts is set for 7:30. Reporting from Foxborough, Zach Letzen, Sports Team 10.
And in a little over 2 weeks, the URI football team will kick off their season. They'll be on the road against Merrimack. The Rams enter the national preseason polls, ranked number 7 in the country. They're favorites to win their 3rd consecutive CAA conference title. Already a pretty good team. Looks like they're going to get even better. Today, at practice, reigning Defensive Player of the Year A.J. Pena was a participant. New college eligibility rules means Pena's on track to be available for week 1. A welcome surprise for his coaches and teammates.
AJ being back is kind of surreal. Like it doesn't feel real.
And obviously it's in the courts at this point in time. We reacted to the ruling that was in Colorado. I think that there's one last step, I think, with Supreme Court perhaps, but we're very hopeful that he has a chance to be able to come back and join us.
We already been talking, and yeah, he's here now, so we're happy to have him back, you know.
Big boost for URI. They'll open their season on August 28th. Providence College will help kick off the new basketball season with a late night madness celebration, and headlining this year's event, singer, songwriter, TV host Kelly Clarkson. That event, October 3rd at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. And the NBA's Los Angeles Lakers being sold again. A group led by businessman Josh Kushner and former Disney CEO Bob Iger will pay, get this, a record-breaking $12.5 billion.
Billion dollars. Wow, ticket prices will go up again, won't they?
I'm sure.
All right, Mark will be back with one final check of the forecast when we come back.
Coming up tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, my Dan Janey Report series is back with the local vet on a personal mission to build a memorial for war dogs and police canines killed in the line of duty. His design and the spot he's eyeing and how he needs your help. Dan Janey Reports tomorrow night at 7.
And on TV tonight, it's Chicago night. Chicago Med at 8, Chicago Fire at 9, Chicago PD at 10. And then we'll be back with the news at 11, including Mark's forecast.
Those showers and storms will be getting closer to us tonight during the 11, but there's mostly an overnight, early morning type of thing. So you could hear the rumble of thunder as early as 2 or 3 in the morning. Certainly some rain showers through the start of the morning drive. Be a pretty busy morning, I think, for our team of meteorologists early tomorrow, followed by a quieter afternoon, but I wouldn't rule out a pop-up storm tomorrow before drier air moves in. Friday, Saturday looking great. Most of Sunday looking pretty good. We've got higher humidity Sunday and some rain possible by Sunday evening. I will update you tonight on all that.
All right, looks good, especially for our friends going to the Washington Fair there in Richmond, which is always a fun time.
Yeah, and everybody on vacation too. Perfect weather. That's it for the 6 o'clock news here on NBC 10. All of us will be back at 11 with the future of Campanella's in Cranston, what the embattled restaurant just announced.
And don't forget, at 7 o'clock tonight is the live debate between Governor Dan McKee and challenger Helena Foulkes. That's live at 7 o'clock, and all of us here on the night team will have the highlights and all the latest news at 11 o'clock. Hope you have a great evening.